like that.
Bingo!
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's probably not going to win the Grand Championship or even reserve it. But you can be sure Jesus will be in the house. The man on a mission. Give it to God, BBQ.
We're down here in the French Quarter, New Orleans, doing a delivery, but see all kinds of Alabama and LSU. It's a national championship day, Monday, 9:14 in the morning. These guys are already up and at 'em, getting ready to party hardy. And see nothing but Bama or LSU folks down here. So it's kind of a cool thing coming up on one of the landmark places here. This is Beignets, Cafe Du Monde Beignets, right across the street from Jackson Square. There you have all your Bama folks lined up and ready to go and have their beignet and coffee. And big day today for both teams. See, here's the festivities. There's all. Go Tigers! Go Tigers! Go Tigers! That was game day. Didn't quite work out the way the fans in Louisiana wanted. By the way, good morning. It's about 5:45 in the morning on Saturday. I got the barbecue going, practicing my brisket and ribs. Also going to cook in the big jambalaya pot. We're going to cook some signature Caroline pampered puppy dog food, and I'll make a batch of heart-healthy jambalaya, which I'll get to in a minute. When LSU lost that football game, national championship, it started me down a path of thinking, and I was going to make a video, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now, and it just wasn't right. And so, you know, no rush, no quota to meet, you know, on videos. And I got to thinking about the fact that LSU had a perfect season. They're not going to be remembered for that. They're going to be remembered for the absolute, utter failure that they were in the BCS championship game. Horrible decisions, horrible play. They got trounced by Alabama. Hats off to Alabama. Played a great football game, prepared well, got totally outcoached and outplayed. But what's the legacy of the LSU season? Complete and utter failure. Regardless of them going, what, 13-0 during the regular season? It's how they finished. They totally marred and marked up their season. So I've been thinking about that, and I've been thinking about the legacy concept and idea. I'm knocking on the door of 50 years old, and just been thinking about stuff, you know, praising God and thanking God for what He's done in my life, but thinking about stuff. And decided to, you know, I hadn't been to the doctor for a checkup for probably 15 years at least, if not 20. And so I said, you know, I'm going to go get checked out. And so I did, and the doc found, you know, my blood pressure was high, and so he was concerned. And he they came in, they ran an EKG, and he got real concerned. And, put me on blood pressure medicine immediately, and, going to monitor it and do that kind of stuff. Went back 2 days later, had blood work done, and got a call yesterday. Praise the Lord. Blood work is fine, no problems whatsoever. So cholesterol and all that stuff is fine. It's just the blood pressure, we got to deal with that. If it wasn't for numbskull liberals and idiot atheists, I wouldn't have a blood pressure problem. That's another story. So anyways, it started getting me thinking about the, time here on earth and whatnot. And I started thinking, facing death and thinking about dying. And I'm thinking like, oh man, I go home to daddy, And there was a side of me that didn't want to do anything. It's like, I'm not taking any medicine. I'm not doing anything. Forget that. I'm going home to daddy. Whatever. When he wants me, he'll take me. But then I started thinking about Caroline, and it was like, you know what? I need to be strong and healthy to take care of Caroline. And then when I was working out this week, God showed me real clearly that, he needs healthy soldiers. He's got me down here to do a job. He needs me to be healthy. So while I'm here, I need to do what I can do. And so, making changes, going to lose some weight, changing the diet, paying attention to that, and just going to take care of myself. So, it's all good news. It's all good news. Praise the Lord. But the whole concept and idea of legacy is really what I want to get to with you guys. And, it's the legacy is what will people remember about you? Will they remember that you totally blew the last game of the season and were uncoached and partied too much and weren't disciplined and got your butt kicked in the end? Or will you be remembered as a national champion? What mark do you want to leave on this earth? That's the question I have for you. And think about this. Make a response video, send me messages or whatever. But I just want to encourage you to think about that. Think about when you're gone. Because there's nothing, once you're gone, you're gone. And everything that you've done to form the legacy and the mark that you want to put here on earth is over. Your time is up. So what mark did you make? What mark did you leave? What is it that you want? What is it that you want to leave? That's the first thing I need you to think about. I'd like you to think about. And the second thing is, now that you have this very clear, detailed picture of the legacy and the mark that you want to leave, the question is that what will really happen? Does reality match that picture that you want to see? Or are you short of that? Are you not living your life in a way that's going to leave the mark that you want? I think if you invest the time to think about that, if you invest the time to think about that, you're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed because God will point out areas in your life that you need to change, that you need to focus on, that you need to adjust. I think maybe down the road, depending upon what goes on, I'll share with you what I want my legacy to be. And mine's very simple, but very detailed. But I don't want to. I want to go there until I hear from you guys. So. It's worth the time. It's really worth the time and the dedicated thinking time and your alone time. What do you want your legacy to be? And based upon your life right now, what is your legacy if you died today? What would they write? What would people say? Not only what would people say at your funeral, but what would people say about you to their spouse, to their friends when nobody else is around? What would they say about you? Are they going to say the things that detail out the legacy you want? Or are they going to say things that you don't want to hear, that are going to be major league disappointing to you? And if that's the case, it'd be a great opportunity to detail those out, look at them, expose them, show them, deal with them, make the changes. Surrender your life to Jesus would be the first thing you need to do if you haven't already, and go from there. So anyways, that long video, longer than I wanted it to be, but just sitting out here drinking some coffee and loving the morning, praising God, practicing my barbecue. I'll share part of my legacy with you. I want to be Jack Daniels world champion. Yeah, I do. So that's part of it. There's your assignment. Go for it.
Oh, perfect.
Go tell it.